Hey, guess what, everybody? I just got myself a shiny new Armanz Soul. 5 stars. Right? 5 stars. Yeah, there it is. So this is going to be huge. I felt like I'd really missed out when they were giving out the 5 star souls, and I only managed to get up to the 4 star soul. I just didn't have the resources, but now I got five. And check out his stats: 655 accuracy, and 298 speed, which really pisses me off because that's so short of 300. There's got to be a way to crank that up just a little bit right before we get started. Okay. Upgrade, enchant, speed. I got five of these. Oh, that really cheeses me off. What is going on today? All right, there we go. So he's got over 300 speed. He's in stone skin too, just in case. 301 speed. I feel like I wasted a lot of my really good speed glyphs. We need to get speed glyphs more often like that. But anyway, getting an accuracy of 655, this means basically, if I compare him with anybody like Lady Mikage or Patty in the arena, it's gonna crank him up to damn near 1,000 accuracy. Nobody's gonna resist his debuffs. You know, it's like I say, if you can't beat him, join him. So I'm joining him. I'm bringing in my 5 star Polymorph Armanz. He's probably just going to get banned. I'll actually be kind of surprised if I get to use him at all, because people are so used to... This is the thing, Plarium, if you're watching, this is the thing. People are so used to the idea of this guy being picked first that he's kind of a write-off. Whoever picks second is just like, oh, I'll just ban the Armanz. So I'll take the king and queen. I think I also want to give Pythion a little more airtime. My Pythion does not have particularly good resistance, which is sad since he's kind of the cleanser of the party. But I'll bring him. I'll bring this guy too. This is a team that I use a lot in Classic Arena. I use these four, basically minus Armanz, and of course I'm expecting that Armanz is going to be the one that gets banned, but you never really know in this game. I mean, they might decide to ban the king, and I'm stuck with more too. But I mean, he's committed to a Kymar, so at this point, he's absolutely going to be hitting that Mortu Macabre. I'm not sure who I want to ban even. Maybe I'll just make it Lady Mikage, so he can't have the increased accuracy. Maybe I should have brought the increased accuracy for Armanz, but I think we'll be okay. But one of these fights, what I got to do is I got to pick Armanz and then one of the other of these, Mika or Patty. So I'm going to lead with the resistance. My Mortu Macabre has a lot of resist already. I think he's at about 730. So with the aura, he's at damn near 800 resist. So I don't think anybody's going to be debuffing my Mortu Macabre. I think the queen is sitting pretty at about 500 resist, and with Pythion's aura, I mean, we just didn't even get affected by that. So I feel like we got a good position this first fight. Reasonably good. He says as one of his nukers gets punched out. I'll put up block debuffs first. I will get him back in. Doesn't even get to go immediately. What a ripoff. Alright, let's try to punch him out. Alright, no more Sun Wukong. He's just dead. Now we just gotta handle Taras. Youch. Good night. So how y'all doing today? I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. Yeah, so I could open with Sun Wukong, but no, we got to open with the 5 star Armanz. I finally get to join the ranks of the people with the 5 star Armanzes. I feel like I'm in the 1% now, finally. So we got some serious speed leads here. Maybe I'll go with king and queen again. I feel like they're never wrong. Rapidly, I'm finding Narcisse, I think, is my favorite nuker on the account. He's really strong. Just the way he gets a double hitter through anybody that's got strengthen or shield. It's kind of like they're putting weaken on themselves. Okay, so they've got the Nutcracker. How do I stop the Nutcracker? Well, I can bring Ultimate Death Knight to try to stop him. Could also bring these two again. I'm pretty happy with this team of 4. I think it might be my favorite classic team, and it's more or less what I'm expecting to keep for a lot of these fights. So, I mean, it's kind of sad. I just got this Armanz soul. I'm going to get to use him in Classic Arena, but Live Arena, I don't know. And this is another reason why, even if you have Armanz, you should want Plarium to nerf Armanz, because then you might be likelier to get to use him because he's more balanced. It's just a consideration. Let's just get rid of the Nutcracker. He's the one I'm most worried about. If we get rid of him, the problem is kind of solved. I could go for the resist. She ignores resist completely. They're going to be putting increased accuracy for days on everybody, so I have no idea how much accuracy is coming off them, but I imagine so much that might not even be worth considering. So maybe I take speed or the HP. I mean, they're both HP-based nukers, so the HP goes a long way to make them tough. So they've re-released Ninja for everyone. I think that's huge. And I'm seeing Rhonda here, and I'm just wondering, like, how long before they re-release Rhonda? Because she's another really solid champion that they gave away for free, what, 2 years ago? 1 year ago? And I see her a lot in Live Arena. She is probably even more relevant to the meta than Ninja is. Although Ninja's really, really good for bosses in the game. Youch. Alright, so let's get him back in. And he gets a bunch of turns first. I mean, come on, game. He's supposed to get revived with 100% turn meter. And just, it's this passive of his. He's taking all this extra damage from all those extra hits, and they weren't doing anything. But he still got knocked down. Well, let's get his strengthen up anyway. Sheeped. Polymorph, yet another thing that needs maybe a bit of a nerf. I feel like my poor Narcisse is just never going to get a chance to shine. Man, that Rhonda is OP. Alright. We'll knock her down again. Maybe I'll get a little bit of peace. So who out there is excited to get the new Ninja? I am. I have him on my main account. So it wasn't something I exactly needed. But I think it's going to be huge on the mini account. But on this account's already stacked. I've already got Ninja here. They're going to do the soul, though. They're going to give us a chance to get, I'm going to guess, up to a 5-star soul. And I would love to see my Ninja in a 5-star Brimstone. Right now, I've only got a 1-star Brimstone. And even that is pretty good on Ninja. If you're doing Sand Devil or Phantom Shogun. So I do apologize for being a little bit repetitive here, but you know what? I really do like the king and queen. If I get the opportunity to take both, I immediately take them. Maybe that makes me a little predictable. But I think predictability is okay as long as you adhere to the meta. So they got Leorius and probably the best response to Leorius, which is Duchess. I would have maybe wanted to try taking her. So I could take these two again. It's just a pretty solid response because he wants to use his AoEs. He wants to use his AoE, right? And so does she, for that matter. She wants to hit everybody with her scatter shot, whatever it's called, the stun. So maybe Leorius is the most dangerous thing on this team. Or maybe it's Lady Mikage and I just take away the increased accuracy. I'm not sure. I'm gonna get rid of Leo. Leo's always dangerous. And this way I have a nice familiar team. I'm very used to using these four together. That's part of what I like about it. Usually he's the lead in Classic. No, actually, I think I just lied to you. I think it is him that's the lead in Classic. Although, also, I could have picked Pythion. Maybe I should have. The extra 60 resist, I don't know if that's what it would take to put me over and be able to resist his debuffs. I guess we're about to find out. But if you have increased accuracy coming off her, your accuracy is probably somewhere in the level of 1,000, and I'm just not going to resist that. So she's got that increased accuracy up. Took away my stone skin, took away my cooldowns, or added the cooldowns. Or increased the cooldowns. I guess that's the way you describe it. So in comes Sun Wukong. He hits pretty damn hard. Now I want to be able to hit him. This is really effective. The Duchess in 2 turns of Stone Skin. So she puts up the buffs, and then she's kind of still up for a spell. Not getting much of a chance to do anything here. Maybe I should have banned her, not Harima. What's her name? Yumeko. That resetting my cooldowns. That's really what's screwing me up right now. I mean, I thought it wouldn't be a problem for Mortu Macabre. And you know what? Maybe I should have eliminated her. That's probably who I should have eliminated. Because she lifted my stone skin. She gave everybody increased accuracy. Very difficult to deal with. So Guillaume. Same. Yep, good choice. So I'm going to go with... I guess I'll go with the king and queen again. Now I have room for one extra choice. And of course I have to ban the Armanz. Probably. I could try not banning Armanz. Ugh. Sindel. Okay. We'll go with... Yeah, I mean, why not? We'll go with these two again. The thing is, if he's going to put all my moves on cooldowns, that's when you really want somebody like Mortu Macabre. His Peril will actually proc when they do stuff like that because he's being hit. Every time he gets hit, you get an extra chance of a Peril. It's not all the time, but every hit counts. I suppose what I'm doing is I'm playing silly buggers with RNG. So yeah, I think I am just going to ban the Armanz. I think he's probably the biggest problem. I'm not sure. So I could bring in... I mean, I kind of want to bring in, well, somebody. Here, pick somebody. How about Rhodos? We'll go with Rhodos. Oh, you know who I should have gone with? I just realized. I should have gone with Ambassador Asselin. He's actually a really, really good champ to pair up with Mortu Macabre, and I do that in Arena as well, in Classic Arena. So, maybe... I don't know, I kind of want to ban this guy, because he scares me too, but Armanz is just so crazy, the power that Armanz brings. And I could go with the speed, I could go with the resist. I think I'm going to go with a little bit of extra speed. Or the resist. I don't know. We'll go with the speed. So his son Wukong could potentially sheep Mortu. It's going to be a battle of wills between his accuracy and my resist. So she's definitely accurate enough to put everybody on cooldown. And he's at like 730 resist, so she's got a lot. And he didn't steal the stone skin. Did he seriously just hammer through it? Or was it this guy? This guy hasn't even gone yet. What is going on here? I think we're going to lose big time. Unless I get really lucky. Because you can always get an extra turn with Rhodos. Okay. Well. That's about all I can do. I'd really like to get Rhodos a new set of gear. Right now I've got him in lethal with... I'm not even sure what the substat is. It might just be speed. I think it's lethal and speed. And really, I'd love to get him into 4 pieces of stone skin plus 4 pieces of swift parry. So I have a bunch of chances of keeping him alive. Very important early on. Anyway, good game. Guillaume? Was that his name? I wasn't paying attention. I apologize. So I'll start with Armanz. Being able to pick first, huge advantage. There's another thing and wow, I mean, so frequently you see these 3 getting picked first. So I'll go with King Queen. Maybe I should go with Arbiter just to try to take the first turn. And just to try to be different. I don't know. I want the King and Queen as well. So maybe as pick 4 and 5, I'll include Arbiter and I guess another nuker. Of course, this is a good reason not to take Arbiter. So, because he can just kind of freeze everybody, right? While Arbiter's trying to boost everybody's speed. If I had Siphi, it would solve that problem, but I do not have Siphi for the block debuffs. I got her with block debuffs. She's reasonably fast. I am going to want to be able to resist all the damage that's going to come off him. Although I could go with these 2 again. And at this point, that's what I'm thinking. I'll just go with these 2. I've got 2 heavy-hitting nukers that are also tanky. They're both good counters to Taras, who I'm probably going to have to let him keep, because I think I want to just get rid of the increased accuracy. I've been burned by her before. You saw it. I mean, by before, I mean just like literally just a couple of fights ago. So I'm going to ban her, and I'm going to take the resist. Let's see if it's enough. I also get to keep Armanz this time, so yay! First chance to use him. Armanz is good and fast too, at 301 speed. Yeah, he really does not want to let Armanz go. But it is too late. It is too late. You are all sheep. Well, not all of them. But I'll sheep him. Cleanse my party. And I'll just start taking out the garbage. So that Sun Wukong is going to keep coming back. I want to control him. Basically, as soon as possible, I want to get a peril off on him. So what am I going to do now? Why don't I sheep? I mean, he's about to go. It seems like this is the obvious choice. I don't want to be taking too many hits from Taras. So we could stun them all, except we didn't stun them all. So let's cleanse this stuff off as much as we can and get frozen promptly. Arbea's probably going to come in with her stone skin. So I guess at this point the long-term plan is probably to try to trap him into attacking more Tumakab as much as possible. Well, he's attacked him a bunch of times. You're very lucky, Namla. So far. I really just want to knock her out. She's very good at making sure that doesn't happen. Youch. Well, at this point it doesn't look good. Nope, looks very, very not good. You're very, very lucky, Namla. At least I think that's what happened. I don't know. Maybe you're just really skilled and it looks like luck. But I demand a rematch. That's right, I demand one. Right now. Come on, RNGesus, give me a rematch with Namla. Or just literally anybody. Or we could watch the timer. We could just watch the timer together. We could talk about the state of the world. Our forests are burning. The universe is slowly dying. Eventually we're going to have that heat death. Unless that's not the correct model of the universe and we don't know anything. I mean, we don't know what caused the Big Bang, right? Could have been caused by anything. Effectively, any information before the Big Bang has been deleted because the way we understand time, time itself did not exist before the Big Bang. It's kind of weird to wrap our heads around. We kind of can't do it. We know what the laws of physics point towards. We know that they point towards there being a Big Bang as kind of a point of origin to the present state of the universe. It doesn't really explain where that bang came from. Okay, so I'm going to go with the king and queen. You know what I'd really, really like is a Necrit. Because the thing is, with the king and queen, they're not going to want to pick Necrit anyway. Although if they pick a Necrit, it's just all the power to me because of the way Narcy's attacks work. So let's see. You got to go with 2 nukers in the last place, so I can actually freely just take a Rhodos anytime I want. Because he probably wants a Rhodos. So do I. I'll go with Pythion. I'll go with Rhodos. Almost like I'm daring him to take an Ultimate Death Knight. But the thing is, don't do it. Don't go for the Ultimate Death Knight. I will ban your only nuker. So don't do it. And he's bringing a couple of bombers. Okay. So I could go for Mortu Macabre, because he is going to want to hit everybody. And I could just ban Armanz. That's how I'm going to handle it. I have 2 cleansers. I have 1 cleanser. And I'm going to go with the increased resistance and see if it's enough. But I guess it's going to kind of come down to what kind of mischief can he get up to. Because he might just be able to bomb him outright. But I don't think he's going to be able to bomb out Mortu Macabre. And also, he can't nuke everybody right away. Well, he still bombed out my revivers, so my time on this planet is limited. So it's really just going to come down to what can I get up to with Mortu Macabre. And I really hate fighting against Decifi when I have Mortu Macabre, because you almost have to take her out first. But it looks like I actually have to take out her first. This way I get rid of the veils, so that she's not hidden. And now I'm hoping my stone skin lasts, but it may not. It's getting chunked off pretty fast. So I might be dead. But I'm not going down without a fight. So let's take out the other reviver. I don't think he's going to be able to withstand hits from her, but I did not want a longer fight where I ended up getting constantly slept by Siffy. So anyway, good fight, Leech. A good lecherous fight with the Leechy. The Leechy. A legitimately good fight. So, how about that local sports team? You know, the one that plays the sport. You throw the ball. You catch the ball with your hands. They call it football. Sometimes you kick the ball, but only when it's like a penalty goal. I actually don't know how sports work. Just never been good at that. So he's got Armanz, huh? Let's switch it up a little. I'm going to take her. And maybe I'll take Sun Wukong. Or you know what? Maybe I'll take Arbiter. Just to try to get the first shot. So we got Bakeneko OP. I think Bakeneko means ghost cat, but I might be mistaken. My Japanese is a little bit rusty. So he's got Kymar. I'm kind of tempted to bring this guy again then. And you know what? We could bring the ambassador to try to force everybody to target him. But you know what? He's going to be targeting the group a lot anyway. So maybe I'll just go with... you know what? I'm not even going to show him quickly. I'm gonna bring in these two. I'm going to bring in the king and queen. I could do more to Macabre last. I could give Fenax a shot. Fenax is always fun with Lady Mikage, although she gets banned, which is kind of what I'm expecting. He's going to be on his own. And on his own, he's all right. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take more to Macabre. And I'm gonna ban the Nutcracker. I'm gonna see how accurate this Armanz is. I'm rolling the dice. I'm playing chicken with this Armanz. And the Kymar for that matter. The Kymar could be ridiculously accurate too. I am not expecting this bomber to be able to land a lot of his bombs on more too, but he can probably get the others. So I'm going to go with bulk as my aura. I think my white queen has 500 and something resist. So she might be able to resist some bombs from him, but I don't know. I am employing the ancient strategy of fuck around and find out. So here's the real test. How much accuracy do you have? Well, enough to hit my Arbiter, but she's not particularly resistant. Oh, he's got enough to hit her too. I'm surprised he didn't sheep Mortu instead, but he might think he's got time, and he might be right about that. So let's cleanse, and we can try to speed boost. Armanz does, I think he's only got an A1 left. Sadly, I do not have a peril. Somehow it's his turn again. Still his turn. Come on, Narcisse. And Narcisse loses all of his turn meter again. Damn it, Armanz. And he did not manage to sheep my Mortu Macabre. So, that tells me something about his accuracy. It's probably somewhere between 500 and 600. So let's get him up. It is his turn again. Does he have the speed boost again? No. Cool. Okay, let's blow some people up. All right, things are looking up. And he's sheeped. Let's see if I can... Nope. Not quite. I can at least cleanse my party. But this is the thing about Armanz that is just so frustrating. He is seriously so broken. He could still potentially just occupy all of the time. Like, we're 3 minutes in. We got, what, 20 minutes? And he's knocked out one of my revivers now. Like, he could just do this by himself, which is silly. There shouldn't be a champion that does that. That shouldn't be a thing. Of course, to be fair, More Too Macabre is also a bit like that. So still his turn. Still his turn. So I guess I better get her back in. And just try to get some turn meter going before he steals it all again. Such a greedy champion. Stealing all my turn meters. Except for his. Nope, still can't do it. And I still don't have my peril. Not that it matters, because it'd probably be a double weak hit anyway. And this guy really, like, he is not surrendering, even though I totally think he should. It's just a matter of time before I smacked him in the face and he went down. But yeah, I mean, that was Bakemono, or whatever his name was, trying to teach me a lesson about not banning the Armanz. Well, message received. I still won, but you're not wrong. Obake Neko. Hot Jesus. My favorite kind of Jesus. Now, are we talking like sexy Jesus, or are we talking like hot sauce Jesus? Who makes everything just a little spicier. Actually, sexy Jesus also makes things spicy. But, you know, in a different way. Anyway, I'm going to go with the King and Queen. And desperately try to finish my tea before it gets too cold. I got to eliminate one of these two. This is what I'm thinking. So I might go for him again, although I won't show him yet. So I'll take Pythion. And I might even try taking a bomber. Or I could just take, you know what, I'm just going to take Rhodos. I think he's a kind of champion that's never exactly wrong. He can fit in almost any team. You just got to watch out for the enemy Ultimate Death Knight, but because I don't see any nukers yet, there's a part of me that's just sort of hoping he responds with an Ultimate Death Knight, and I'll just ban his only nuker, and probably end up butting heads with that damned Armanz again. So that's an interesting assortment of nukers. I'm not even sure what to make of it. Maybe I actually want Ultimate Death Knight, and then I ban him. I don't know. It's a tough call. I'm still going to go with the Mortu. And I'm still going to ban Armanz. Or should it be her? It's a tough call between these two. Is Armanz worse? He might be worse. She might be worse. I'm going to ban Armanz. I'm going to ban Armanz. We're going to see what happens. So I'm going to take the resist. giving me maybe somewhere in the neighborhood of 800 resist on Mortu Macabre, who might resist. I guess we're gonna learn. So she's metamorphing. She's not going for the ally attack. Wow, that laid the smack down on my ass. Holy crap. She does not mess around. So let's get the king back in. I think we're in kind of a hurry, so I am going to sacrifice my chance at getting him back in at a chance to get the king back in. Oh man, this is a lot of pain. Wow, this guy's hitting very, very hard. I mean, they both are. Hot Jesus, you have taught me a hot lesson in white hot death. Wow, here's the ally attack. I'm dead. Dead meat. Good game, hot Jesus. Hot damn. So go for Armanz. One less champion for me to worry about. I think this is the last fight, isn't it? So we got these two as a response to Armanz, which is not a surprise. They're pretty solid choices. Often I expect to see them in Polymorph, though. That's the way I've got mine set up. I didn't pick Sun Wukong at all this time. I used to love picking him first. Armanz has just kicked him from the #1 spot. Anyway, yeah, I'm going with King and Queen. I know they seem to get their asses kicked a lot. They seem to do a lot better in Classic. But then again, in Classic, I have more of a control over the comp. Okay, so they got a nice tough base here. I do respect that. I think I want Mortu Macabre then. I wish I had Harima. But Mortu Macabre is what I got. Could just go with Pythion to round out the team. That more or less seems like the right choice. I'm only seeing one nuker so far. So, Usopp, I'm expecting to see a second nuker here that I would rather ban than him. And it's Rhonda again. Rhonda really scares me. I guess I'll get rid of Rhonda. Even though I kind of think the correct choice was probably Mika, but I'm going to ban Rhonda. And I'm going to take the resist. Will it be enough? I don't know. But if that Sun Wukong does a lot of damage, he's not going to be very accurate. If he's accurate, he's not going to do a lot of damage. Or if he's both, he's just not going to be fast. For me, for instance, my Sun Wukong is medium accurate, hits super duper hard, and is miserably slow. Oh, and this one's in Stone Skin. Cool. I guess that's a good solution to the problem of him being too slow, is you just make sure he's in Stone Skin so you don't have to worry about him for the first round. He can stay up, collect some buffs from his friends. Man. Yeah, so that resist didn't help at all. So let's get... do I want the cleanse going, or do I want the revive? I'm going to go for the revive. And... let's knock everybody down. At least Sun Wukong isn't immediately coming back with an increased attack. But he is coming back. He's going to come back fast. He's not going to have many buffs to steal, but presumably that's what he's going to go for. So I really want that peril. That's going to make my day, and not having the peril, that's really going to ruin it. So I can get him back up now, or I could just put up block debuffs. And you know what? I'd rather do that. It gives me kind of a chance to catch my breath. Sun Wukong is out. You are out of here, Sun Wukong. So, good game. And we do have one fight left, so let's go in for the final fight. One more fight, then I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to bid you adieu. Or adios, if you prefer Spanish. Adieu in French and adios in Spanish, it just basically means to God. In English, we never say to God to people. Which is interesting, because there's a pretty big Christian population in the English-speaking population, but they never go to God. Maybe I want to take Mika, so that I have a chance to get my increased attack going with Armanz, in case I keep Armanz, which I probably won't. I don't know. I want the king and queen. Even though, you know what? I think it's been more 2 that's been kind of saving me in a lot of these times. King and queen haven't exactly been panning out. Maybe sometimes they do. Maybe I'm just hoping they pan out all the time, and I'm spoiled. Because in Classic Arena, I swear, I put king and queen plus Mortu Macabre plus Pythion. The 4 of them together, full auto, and they kill 90% of the teams I put them in front of. So he's got an increased accuracy coming off him to help his bomber, presumably. I want to not get bombed out. I'm going to take these 2. That's my plan. So I'll take the increased resistance. I'll block the increased accuracy champion. I mean, dependent on what this last guy is. Who knows? Maybe it's something truly horrifying. And it's Rhonda. Okay. Well, at this point, I think I still want to ban Patty. I have enough respect for him to know that he's a good choice. He's got an ally attack. He's got the increased accuracy that he's going to put up on at least... You know what? I just realized the increased accuracy is the passive, and that goes up on supports. And these 3 are all attack champions. Whoops. Anyway, maybe I'll still go with the resist, just to try not to get bombed out. Who did he ban again? Did he ban the queen? It was either the king or the queen. Yeah, he banned the queen. She is my second most resistant person on the team. So at this point, I'm probably just going to lose him. It's all going to come down to Mortu Macabre. Armanz might get a chance to do something too. Okay, so here we go. So let's sheep him. So we don't have to worry about bombs. Not yet, anyway. Pythion still not at all well. Looks like he's on his way out. Maybe he can recover just a little bit. Oh, things are actually looking really good now. Yeah, that's it. It's kind of anticlimactic. Sorry about that, everybody. Good game, Warlock. Uh, that's about all I got for today. You know what? I haven't done this in a while. Battle log. Let's see. How did we do? We got 5 and 5. It's pretty averagey. Anyway, thanks for stopping by, everybody. Take care of yourselves. See you in the next video.